Let there be light. The light returns to Alefgard. And this is why I actually wanted to do all green, so that you can actually have green pastures here. That it looks green, not that you have the ash ground still around it. And that's my castle, Alefgard, for Tantegel. At least I could have seen the blue skies for one last time. Well, you did say my life force would end, but just look at this blue sky. That's just worth it. At least the land is at peace again, and I can die at peace. Don't worry about it, Rubiss. This was my choice. Not, you don't have to fuss about and make a big fuss about it. Well, yeah, don't sweat it. This was my path. This was my choice. Maybe because he was not fated to do so. Maybe that's the only way he could find himself to make his own choice in life. Wait, I go back to the princess? In my underwear? Oh. Hello princess, excuse me for a minute. Yeah, my strength ring and ring of criticality have been destroyed. Unfortunately. Okay, that's better. Oops, sorry for making you wet. Yeah, I've done so. Don't sweat it. It was my choice after all. Considering I was already dead before, that I'm actually a reanimated corpse, it's not that big of a deal. I hope I didn't disappoint you. Okay, we are now allowed to speak to everyone in this place, and of course everyone is in... they are frozen in their spots of where they were when I... Oh, I am now thinking. Considering I survived, we now have 2 sets of legendary regalia. Oops. Well, let's start with Barbella. Yeah, it is. With every choice we make. Oops. Sure. Actually there is, yeah. It's and that follows up in Dragon Quest 2. Actually, it is really interesting, I have to say, because that was Dragon Quest 2 it is followed up. And there the hero actually set out to create his own kingdoms. And he had descendants. One of those descendants is the Prince of Middenhall. And if you look at how his artwork is, he kinda looks, well, he has some similarities to the builder. Hey, how are you doing, Rolo? Really? And that would be? What? Am I a automaton? Actually, I'm not a corpse, I'm a mechanical creature or something? So in other words, because the people wished it so much and held on to this strong belief, Rubiss made it happen. It's not so much that it was fate. It was more that the people choose to do so. And Rubiss chose to do so. Oh boy. Well, you guys are standing next to one another again. No one's there. What do you have to say, actually? Not entirely, but because he is the god of monsters, the lord of monsters, akin to how Rubiss is there for the humans, I think it is the same reason that Rubiss did not take away all the monsters. That he is. I think he just wanted the monsters to be at the top of the food chain and not the humans. That should for certainly is. Andrew! I'm sorry, but your Dragonlord is kinda going. Oh, you didn't want the darkness. Okay. That's the fate of the world in Dragon Quest, yeah. That's the fate of video games. Although there came a Dragon Quest Builders 2. I have yet to find or hear about anything Dragon Quest Builders 3 related, so okay. No one there? No one there? You have something to say? Okay, are you? Oh, both of you are in here. L first. About why the hero would make such a choice. That is for certain. He did not have a choice to make on his own. Although he probably could choose what kind of breakfast he wanted. But he was always fated to destroy the Dragonlord. He had no say in that whatsoever. Like every player is fated to finally beat the final boss. They have no say in it whatsoever. Well, that's pretty much the same thing as we did when I did play Dragon Quest 1. I was just curious to see what would happen. Huh. Okay. You do know that you are one of them. Actually, you can. And maybe change yourself along with it. She probably already heard. Okay! Now that I have spoken to everyone except the princess again, I want to show you something else. You can grab everything from the colossal coffer and all the things that you had here. However, unlike any other chapter where you could pretty much go out in the world and rebuild again, there is a invisible wall here. You can't stray too far anymore from Tantegel Castle. This is the limit. This is where you have to be. And this is pretty much the end. So, if you really want to build more after you defeat the Dragonlord, you better have a save before the Dragonlord. Although that would not be so problematic, considering the princess is standing over there. And I do think this save point... Well, save has been disabled. So, yeah. I hope you made a save right before you went to defeat the Dragonlord, though. Again, I jump in the water. Yep, I did. Oh, how nice. Well, there's nothing else to do. That's my honor, princess. That's what I wanted to do. Maybe not. I'm still not certain whether that is a compliment or not. No truth or words have ever been spoken, princess. Sure, but at least I can die in a world at peace. And I can leave behind a world at peace for you guys. Maybe one day. Yeah, and this is... Oh, that's really interesting. They still, also the princess and Myrlund also spoke in this old English fashion. That's kind of throws back to Dragon Quest 1 actually, where they use that old timey English to speak there for the characters. And I have to say, I really enjoy playing this game. It doesn't matter how often I replay it, it keeps being fun. Okay, Dragon Quest Builders 2 is a little bit better and has more, but it is also different. Dragon Quest Builders 1 still has its place, and I'm so glad I could do this Let's Play. And I've seen Let's Plays of other people, Nintendo Capri Sun and Nakata Lely, among others that come to mind, that have inspired me to also do this, to say my own stuff about this, to tell my own story here. I know we are not done with the Let's Play just yet, because we still have something in Terra Incognita coming, but I really found this to be a fantastic experience. And this game is just so fun. I like the building that you can do here. I like how the story is, how you actually work at it. It incorporates, the characters are so interesting, and I have to say, the Switch version took me by surprise. I knew that the draw distance was a little bit less than on the PlayStation 4, and the frame rate is, I think, 30 frames per second instead of 60. However, it is stable, and therefore I don't mind so much that it is 30, as long as it is stable. But I do think that there were other treats that I did not expect. The things that they were building, things that I expected in one chapter that did not happen, things that happened in other chapters. I did not expect them to build bathtubs in every chapter. I thought only chapter 1 would to be that. And for the rest, I had to be in Terra Incognita. That's why I raided the bathtub from every place I could get. But also other things like enemies being able to trigger the wrecking ball. I know it was my fault in the end by trying to stick with it. Although having to deal with that, those burrows, trying to beat them with the hammer, and also being under attack by all those monsters, I don't think that would have gone very well either. I would have died many times as well, and that would have frustrated me even more, because that part is just hard for the wrong reasons. But for all the rest, this is a pretty relatively easy game, because it's all about building, about experiencing the story, not to have a incredible, difficult, how do I say it, difficult challenge. You want to have an experience. And I do hope so that Square Enix is working on a Dragon Quest Builders tree. Because we need it. These games are just way too fun. Well, that's pretty much it for this episode, I think. I thank you all for watching. And I hope to see you again, well, next time when we go to Terra Incognita. Interesting. That actually is something that happens in Dragon Quest II. Tantegel town is actually connected to the castle after except being a separate town. Huh. Collected 200 different types of items. I can now build the legendary items of Erdrick in Terra Incognita. Build your base to level 4. You can now build superior crafting stations in Terra Incognita. Defeat the Dragonlord without wearing the legendary armor. You can now build rings of criticality in Terra Incognita. Oh, I should have used it. Could use that a little bit earlier, because with the Falcon Blade, that is one heck of a damage boost. Although the Sword of Kings is pretty badass as well with the Ring of Criticality. You can get 3-digit show a verdant vision to a certain someone. You can now build novelty items in Terra Incognita. Find the Sword of Ruin. You can now build forbidden equipment in Terra Incognita. You can build the cursed armor. Wow. You can now view the challenges for each chapter. Okay, I had a score, well, days to complete 91, deaths 3, all in one mission, recipes learned 104, crafting station usages 575 and different items obtained was 235. Wow.